Cursed Swords of Japan, Blades of Blood and Legend. Why were some Japanese swords feared as cursed? In the world of the samurai, the katana was the soul of its master, beautiful, deadly, and revered. Yet a few blades carried reputations far darker. They were said to thirst for blood, to twist fate, to drag their wielders into ruin. These are not just weapons, but haunted legends, cursed swords of Japan. Part 1. Muramasa, the bloodthirsty blade. Muramasa was a master swordsmith of the turbulent Sengoku era, a time when warlords clashed across Japan in endless conflict. His blades were renowned for their deadly sharpness, able to cut clean through armor and bone. But unlike other smiths, Muramasa's swords developed a reputation that went beyond skill. They were said to hunger for blood itself. The legends claim that any warrior carrying a Muramasa blade was doomed to tragedy. The most chilling connection was with the Tokugawa family, rulers of Japan. Tokugawa Ieyasu's grandfather was slain by an enemy wielding a Muramasa. His father too was struck down by one of these cursed blades. And even Ieyasu's own son fell to a Muramasa sword. 3 generations, 3 tragedies, all tied to the same name. For the Tokugawa, Muramasa became synonymous with disaster. The shogunate eventually banned Muramasa swords, fearing their curse. Yet paradoxically, this ban only made them more coveted, their dark reputation giving them allure among warriors and collectors alike. Even centuries later, Muramasa's name carries weight. In video games like Final Fantasy, Neo, and Ghost of Tsushima, Muramasa blades appear as weapons of sinister power. In anime and manga, they are cast as demonic swords that whisper to their wielders. Across cultures, Muramasa endures as the archetype of a cursed sword, beautiful, lethal, and feared. Part 2, Kotetsu, the Sword of Shadows and Forgery. Nagasone Kotetsu was a swordsmith of the early Edo period, centuries after Muramasa. Where Muramasa was feared for blood, Kotetsu was admired for precision and strength. His blades were said to be nearly unbreakable, forged with unmatched skill. Among those who carried a Kotetsu was Kondo Asami, the famous commander of the Shinsengumi, the shogunate's fearsome police force in Kyoto during the final days of the samurai. But Kotetsu's fame led to a different kind of curse, forgery. So many fakes were produced that even seasoned appraisers could not tell which were genuine. The very excellence of Kotetsu doomed his name to doubt. When Kondo Asami was captured after the fall of the Shinsengumi, even his Kotetsu was questioned. Was it real, or a forgery? This uncertainty became a legend in itself. A blade so desired that truth and falsehood blended together. In this way, Kotetsu became a cursed sword not through bloodshed, but through deception. Its shadow lies not in tragedy, but in the fog of countless imitations. Even today, collectors debate which Kotetsu blades are real. The curse of Kotetsu is not death, but doubt, a legend forged in the fires of reputation. Part 3, Dojigiri Yasutsuna, the Demon Slayer's Sword. Unlike Muramasa and Kotetsu, Dojigiri Yasutsuna belongs to a different category of legend. It is one of the 5 great swords of Japan, celebrated as the finest works ever forged. Yet its story is entwined with myth and demons. According to legend, Minamoto no Yorimitsu, also known as Reiko, carried Dojigiri when he confronted Shuten Doji, the most fearsome Oni of Japanese folklore. Shuten Doji was said to devour travelers and abduct maidens, terrorizing the capital from his fortress on Mount Oi. With his retainers, Yorimitsu infiltrated the demon's lair, intoxicated him with sacred sake, and struck him down. The killing blow was delivered by Dojigiri, forever branding it the demon slayer's sword. Unlike Muramasa's curse of blood or Kotetsu's curse of forgery, Dojigiri carries a more heroic aura. It is revered as a blade that purges evil itself, a weapon sanctified through battle with monsters. Yet the supernatural weight remains. For if a sword can slay a demon, it must hold power beyond the mortal realm. Today, Dojigiri Yasutsuna is preserved as a national treasure in Japan. Displayed in museums, admired by scholars, and studied by swordsmiths, it is not only an artifact but a bridge between myth and history. Visitors gaze upon it not merely as steel, but as the blade that once drank the blood of a demon king. Conclusion. Muramasa, Kotetsu, Dojigiri, 3 blades, 3 legends. One thirsted for blood, another drowned in forgery, and one struck down a demon. Together, they reveal how Japanese swords are more than weapons. They are vessels of fear, of myth, of imagination. In the West, tales of cursed relics speak of haunted chalices or demonic tomes. In Japan, the curse rests in steel itself, blades that shape not just battles, but destinies. Why were some Japanese swords feared as cursed? Perhaps because each edge carried more than sharpness. It carried stories of blood, betrayal, and the endless struggle between humans and the supernatural. Even now, centuries later, the names Muramasa, Kotetsu, and Dojigiri echo across history and into pop culture. From museums to video games, from folklore to anime, these cursed swords live on, not in the battlefield, but in our imagination. Unseen, untouched, yet unforgettable.